A narcissistic mother and her narcissistic son are a match made in hell. What happens between them is not normal in any way, not healthy, and certainly not what you would expect in a mother son bond. The things they do will not only shock you, they will leave you questioning whether this is even a mother son relationship at all. Because it feels more like a twisted partnership where the mother plays the role of the real wife, while the actual wife is pushed aside, cast as the outsider, and made to look jealous and crazy for even noticing it. This bond is suffocating, unnatural, and it reeks of something more sinister. Today, I'm going to expose 6 very disturbing things that a narcissist only does in front of his mother. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. These things are not talked about openly, but if you have lived through it, you know exactly what I am describing. Before getting started with number one, a quick announcement. I opened gates to one of a kind Thrive After Narcissistic Abuse membership program only for 4 days. If you want access at a founding member price, right now click the link in description. I am waiting for you inside the community, so are others. Number one, public display of affection that feels off. This is the most disturbing one, the one that nobody wants to talk about. In psychology, we call it public display of affection, as I said. But what happens between a narcissistic son and his mother is not simply cultural closeness or warmth. It crosses into territory that feels inappropriate in every culture, every tradition, and every society. You will see them kissing on the lips, cuddling too long, in a weird way, sitting too close, and stroking each other's hair. And it does not come across as a son tenderly helping an elderly mother. This is not about checking if her hair is messy or helping her because she is too weak. This is not caregiving. It is physicality that feels partner like, too touchy, too prolonged, and too intimate. And here is where it gets worse. The narcissist partner, the wife, you often see it all but cannot say a word. If you dare to speak up, you are cast as the jealous one. You're told you are insecure or that you hate your mother in law. So you keep your mouth shut, even though deep down it feels wrong. Not only wrong, it feels like a big violation. This silent suffering eats you away because what you are witnessing is not okay. The mother knows exactly what she is doing. She positions herself as the true woman in his life. And the son, rather than setting boundaries, laps it up like a child, desperate for mommy's touch. What you're seeing here is not love, it's enmeshment, it's control, and of course, it's repulsive when you see it for what it really is. Number two, they compete with the father through the mother. How so? Let's find out. This is another very ugly behavior, and this is how a narcissistic son uses his mother as a weapon to compete with the father. He subtly flirts, cracks jokes, and behaves as though he is the man of the house, trying to sideline his own father. You usually see this dynamic in narcissistic families where the father has already been emasculated emotionally, demonized, and stripped of all authority. The mother raises her children to be her little soldiers against her husband, and the golden child son becomes her sharpest weapon. He challenges his father, disrespects him openly, and makes sure to humiliate him in front of her. It looks like what psychology calls the Oedipus complex, where a son unconsciously competes with the father for the mother's affection. But this is even darker. This is not just unconscious rivalry, it is violence incited by the narcissistic mother against her main target. Who is he? The father. She grooms her son to be her enforcer, and his job is to destroy the father's sense of control, his authority, and his very self. The father is left feeling powerless, watching his son, the boy he raised, become an extension of his wife's cruelty. This is not just family dysfunction, this is calculated destruction. Number three, he waits for his mommy's judge approval. Spend time with the narcissist around his mother, and for sure you will notice something eerie. Every time he speaks, he looks at her face before he answers you. After he answers you, he searches for her micro expressions. She may not say a single word, not open her mouth, but her raised eyebrow, her sigh, or her eye rolling is enough to send a signal, and he reacts instantly. It's like she pushes an invisible button inside him. You may ask him something simple like, "You need to show up for our child," or "I am pregnant and I need your support." These are basic responsibilities any adult man should accept without hesitation. Yet, instead of responding as a husband, he turns to look at her. If her face signals disapproval, he flips on you, yells, screams, and punishes. You don't even know what happened. It feels like you got attacked out of nowhere, but in reality, you just witnessed the psychic communication of a covert narcissist mother controlling her son. This is what it means when people say he's mama's boy. It's not sweet dependence, it's enslavement. His autonomy does not exist. His approval comes from her alone, and you are just collateral damage in their twisted code. Number four, he demands to be fed. This one is animalistic. Narcissists, when in front of their mothers, will demand to be fed like helpless children. They expect her to bring the food, sometimes even serve it right into their hands. And she lovingly does so. This is not because they cannot do it, it's because they refuse to do it. They have been programmed by the mother to remain in an infantile state, where the mother's control is maintained by keeping them totally dependent. Even if you are an excellent cook, even if you are a professional chef, whatever you make will never be good enough. It will always be compared to mom's cooking. He will stuff his face, eat like an animal, and then walk away without cleaning a single dish. She will swoop in, pick up after him, and she won't even look disgusted. She will smile while doing it because this is how she maintains her role as the sole provider, the one he compares you to, and the one he can never live without. It is disgusting to watch, I'm telling you, but for them, it is routine. It keeps him trapped in permanent boyhood, and it keeps her chained to him as his caretaker forever. That's how the umbilical cord is never cut. Number five, they mock and degrade their partners or siblings. The narcissistic mother and son do not bond over or through love. They bond through cruelty. They maintain their relationship by gossiping, mocking, and tearing others down. Their favorite targets are usually the scapegoated sibling or the narcissist partner. The mother will make faces, mimic voices, my mother did so, or curse under her breath while the son uses her as his audience. He vents about his wife, exaggerates his victimhood, cries about how unfairly he is treated, and she validates it with crocodile tears of her own. As I said, I've seen this firsthand. My father used to complain to his mother about us, about how victimized he was. He would cry, she would cry with him, and together they would curse and degrade us. It was their ritual and their glue. It gave them fuel because they had nothing else real to connect over. This is why when you marry into a narcissistic family, you're not marrying just the man. No, you are marrying the entire toxic unit, and his mother will always be his co conspirator, standing right there laughing while he cuts you down. Number six, and the last one, using the mother as an emotional dumping ground. Finally, the narcissist reserves his deepest insecurities, fears, and childish jealousies for one person only. Guess who? His mother. He will never confide in you. He will never open up to his siblings, maybe his sister, but with mother, he spills everything. He hands her his psyche like a diary, letting her excavate his mind for weaknesses, secrets, and fuel. This is how she keeps and maintains control. She knows exactly what to say, exactly what to withhold, and how to push his buttons because he has already given her the blueprint to his soul. In many families, this is mistaken for closeness, cultural appropriateness. People say, "Oh, he's just close to his mother." But it's not closeness, it is entrapment. It is dependency dressed up as intimacy. And it leaves the wife and children completely shut out. They wonder why he can never be vulnerable with them, yet he bends into a childlike state the moment his mother walks into the room. So, there you have it, seven of the ugliest, most disturbing behaviors a narcissist only shows in front of his mother. This is not family bonding, this is enmeshment, emotional incest, physical incest sometimes as well, and a form of control so deep that it destroys every other relationship in his path. If you are the partner who has witnessed this, you know how suffocating and isolating it feels. And that's why I would like to know your experiences in the comments below. Because If you share them, others are going to feel deeply validated. And make sure to join my community, which is going to close very soon. Link is in the description. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.